right, let's get started, Cancer. This will be a reading for single Cancers ready for love. All right, so if you're single and you're ready for love, Cancer, this reading could be for you. So let's get started with the what's blocking you. So when it comes to the blockage in the past, when it came to love, let's see. Expectations. It says when you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list. Want what's real. Okay, so Cancers, in the past, the blockage for some of you guys could have been your high expectations. Okay, so don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having high expectations, but it kind of seems like what Spirit is saying that you have to focus on wants, what's real. Okay, wants that are real. So I don't know what the expectations in the past could have been, but basically what they're saying is that they're not realistic. So that could have been the blockage for some of the single Cancers who are ready for love right now. It could have been your expectations, okay? Maybe, I don't know, maybe some people just couldn't measure up or something like that, but Spirit is saying it's more to it than that. So let's see. You guys also got boundaries. It says you need to hold good boundaries so you don't feel violated. Okay. That's what we have right there, Cancer. So let's see what the blockage was in the past. What was the blockage for Cancer? Those who are ready for love. What was the blockage? Mm. Okay. So, for some of you Cancers, the blockage was confusion. And it says you don't know what you want, so you need clarity before getting involved. So in the past, Cancer, either you were confusing with what it was that you expected, especially with those expectations that came out. It could have been confusing for some individuals. All right, so they want you to be more clear when it comes to what it is that you want, seek, need in a relationship before you get involved. I guess they want you to kind of like write it out, you know what I'm saying? So it can be clear when you be able to present it to whomever it is that you will be with in the future. So it's all about clarity. So you or that person receiving information doesn't be confused. So that's what it was in the past. For some of you guys, it was confusion. Someone didn't understand the assignment. It wasn't delivered properly or something like that. All right. Now we have these two cards that's face down. Cancer, let's see what they say. It says changing them. It says trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. So in the past, that could have a lot to do with their expectations. Some of you guys probably was trying to change someone, and obviously since you're single, it didn't work. You know what they always say, the change that you want to see in others, you have to be that change that you want to see in others. All right, so it says changing them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. Okay, so that's what the blockage was for some of you Cancers in the past. Okay, you was trying to change someone or someone was trying to change you, which is why you guys separated. All right, let's see this here. It says love sucks It says you have stopped believing in love. Let yourself heal so you can be open again. Yeah. Some of you guys, some of you cancers still kind of feel like on the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, love sucks. It's good at the beginning, but then eventually it sucks, something to that nature. But spirit wants you guys to heal. That's another state of confusion right there. Okay, love doesn't suck. It only sucks if you want it to suck. So you have to make the best of it. Oh, my mind is so fucking crazy, Lord. Bad Shay. Bad Shay. All right, so let's put this up here. Yeah, love doesn't suck unless you want it to, okay? Woo. Excuse me. All right. So let's see here. Let's use these tarot cards, and then we'll use another deck. All right. So when it comes to love for Cancer, let's see what the tarot has to say about it. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups right here at the bottom of the deck. All right. So for me, with the Seven of Cups, it's always like choices. You know what I'm saying? It's 7 cups here, right? Cancer. Some of these cups have good things in them, and some of these cups have bad things in them. All right. So what Spirit is saying is that when it comes to love, Cancer, you guys have choices, but it seems like you guys may not always pick the right cup, pick the right person, pick the right male, pick the right female. You know what I'm saying? And you could be probably just focusing on the outer layer, and that's why you end up, not having the right person, because you have to look, like I said, it's more to it than that. You have to look a little deeper when you want love. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying you want to be with anybody broke, you know what I'm saying, that's a bum or nothing like that, but it's so much more to a relationship than money. All right, it's so much more to a relationship than getting your hair and your nails done and things of that nature, and driving a nice car and shoes. It's so much more, because that's only the material aspect of it. That's not the relationship. Okay. So, Cancer, what else we got? 6 of Wands. Look at that. Look at that. Now remember, look what I just said. I just said with this 7 of Cups. Cancer, you got choices, right? And then look at everything that I had just said about the money, the cars, and shoes and hair and things of that nature. With the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Wands basically talks about, it's like the person who wants to be seen, just like all that, things like that would come with a person who has the nice cars, the nice hair, the nice nails, things of that nature. But you have to look a little deeper than that. Okay? When it comes to love for Cancer, Spirit, via these tarot cards, what would you like Cancer to know when it comes to love? Damn. Well, look at that. So, interesting already. So, it's interesting enough that we do have the Moon card right here. That's how I do that. I needed to stop Cancer, right? Now, we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is in the reverse, right? And then we have the 3 of Swords, which is in reverse. All right. So this is not bad right here, with the 3 of Swords right here being in the reverse. Where's those other cards? Here we go. So something that you guys, when it comes to love, that you guys are, I'm not going to say in the dark about, but not necessarily when it comes to love. It's like something you guys don't know or not necessarily equipped with, which is why, you guys end up with this, with the Three of Swords, but it's in the reverse. Okay. But I'm feeling like, had a choice been made differently, had something been differently, things wouldn't have went the way that they did when it comes to a love relationship. It's something like that. It's something like you guys are missing. But let's just see what the tarot has to say. Why is the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords in the reverse here for Cancer? Some of you guys, I feel like somebody might backtrack a lot or has backtracked a lot in the past. Okay, so we got this card. This card didn't, it's at the bottom of the deck, but we have the Knight of Wands, and it says, what actions can you take to move closer to you guys' goal? So listen, remember I said, like, it's something that's missing, like not equipped with or something when it came to you guys' past relationship. Now, I don't know if maybe I'm talking to somebody who like giving people chances. That's why I was like backtracking or something like that, or give people the benefit of the doubt or something like that when it comes to a relationship. Like it talks about passion, but it talks about impulsiveness, and it talks about risk taking. Okay, so let's see, with the Fool card right here for the Three of Swords, it lets me know that you guys have no problem with starting over with this Fool card being right here, because the Three of Swords right here in the reverse lets me know that you guys are trying to walk away from a situation, or done walked away from a situation but probably come back to it. So it's like you guys have new starts available, but you backtrack for some reason. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else for Cancer via the tarot cards? Why is the Moon card here? Why is the Moon card here? Why is the Moon card here for Cancer? Okay. Here we go. Look. It says overindulgence, and it says excess. Okay. And then we got disconnection. So remember, I was like, backtrack, going back instead of just leaving it where it is and moving on to another opportunity when it comes to love. So it's like overindulgence, like excessive, like giving too much of yourself and not getting nothing back in return. You know what I'm saying? But we have the Ace of Cups right here for you, Cancer. And Ace of Cups is all about new love. So it's like it's available. It's available, but it's like, how can you know that it is available and something better if you keep going back to such and such? Yeah, look, we got the Six of Cups. It's because it's familiar. It's familiar. So, like I said, like I always say, sometimes we get comfortable in a relationship, we get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But it's like, I know what he gonna do, or I know what she gonna do, but I don't know what this new person might bring to the table. I know this one is a fuck up. I know he a fuck up and he drink, but guess what? He gonna go to work. Oh, I know she's a fuck up, but she gonna make sure she clean. But you know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna pay no bills. You know, so something like that. Like, it's like you know what your person is capable with, what makes it a little scary to try to step out and do something different when it comes to love. But it's definitely available for you, Cancer, if you want it. All right. So that's what Spirit wants you guys to know. It's definitely available. Let's see, where was that here? Okay. And then we give you this. Yeah. It says, once I put the Ace of Cups right here, Cancer, we got the Six of Swords, right? And the Six of Swords talks about moving on from the past journey towards a better future. Like I said, it's better for you, Cancer, but it's always like, what would this person bring to the table? They're gonna bring better than what you had if you are willing to, you know, move forward and leave that person in the past. All right, I'm put this there, and then we're gonna leave that right there. All right. Okay. And I won't put that right there too. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what these cards have to say right here. These are the loving message cards, okay? So when it comes to love for single Cancers that are ready for love, Spirit, what do you want them to know at this time? Here we go. You guys got love at the bottom of the deck. And it talks about unconditional love, self-love, and wholeness, affection, attraction, and selflessness, okay? So that's all we're talking about right here. Cancer is love. And then we have seduction, ooh, attraction, teasing, hooking up and date, third party, and temptation. Okay. So in the past, some of you guys dealt with someone, you know, who's very seductive but not faithful. And Spirit wants you guys to have unconditional love and self-love for yourself before you try to have it for anyone else, Cancer. Spirit, what would you like Cancer to know, single Cancers to know when it comes to love? Oh, shit. So, I'm going to read this card first. So we got at the bottom of the deck, we have not, it says not today. And it says boundaries and hurt, avoided a conversation, not dealing and still upset. All right. So some of you guys are still hurt, you know, still in the process of needing to heal. Okay. That's where some of you guys are at. Like y'all don't even want to be bothered right now. Boundaries and hurt, avoiding a conversation, not dealing, still upset. Let's see what this one has to say. Abundance. It says positive mindset. Positive mind manifests gratitude and bliss and blessings. Okay, so this is how I'm feeling. This is what Spirit wants you guys to know. Cancer, when it comes to love. So you know how a lot of people always say abundance, but a lot of times when they think about abundance, they think about money, but they don't necessarily always think about health and love and abundance in family, abundance in creation, things of that nature. It's always money. So basically what Spirit is saying is that they want you to think abundance when it comes to love. For those of you who are still in the process of healing, who wants love, who would like to move forward, who wants a fresh start, who wants a new beginning, but it's just something that's just still holding you guys back. And what's holding you back is, once again, we got that confusion up here. It's a mind thing, okay? Whatever happened in the past doesn't mean that it has to be on replay. Maybe it had happened like a couple times, but at the same time, during that time, what was you thinking? Was you thinking, damn, such and such moving like such and such? He gonna hurt me just like homie did, or she gonna hurt me just like that broad did. How are you thinking when you bring negative thoughts into your relationship, Cancer? That's what's gonna happen. It's like you're putting it out there, and I know you're not doing it deliberately, because who wants that? But that's how this universe works. It's all about an energy. So if the negative thought process of love is negative, that's just what you're gonna get. That's just what you're gonna get. Like I be telling people a lot of time, I be like, play with it. Play with it, you know what I'm saying? Just to see if it is or if it isn't. Try, being more positive. Even if shit ain't going quite right, try being more positive, thinking positive. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the thought process. And see what happened. It's just that easy. Just see what happened. Don't focus on the bad part. Focus on the good part. Don't focus on what he or she doesn't have. Focus on what it is that they do have. Okay? That's good. That would be beneficial for both of you guys when it comes to the relationship. All right. Then focus on the good part, because that gets you into the good feeling, the good energy when you start thinking about the good part. And then you can get to the point where you could be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? It would be real nice if Johnny took me out to dinner. We haven't been out to dinner, you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. Speak it into existence, and that feeling, and how it would feel like back in the day when you did go out. How did it feel? It was a good feeling. So focus on the good stuff of the past relationships, and not the negative. So when you get in this new relationship, you'll know how to move forward to have a more abundant relationship. All right. Nobody said it's going to be easy, but it's definitely going to take some work. All right. With your not today ass. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's use these cards right here. I want to use these two decks. So let's see about the the new person, for the Cancers that are ready for love. Let's see about the new person that's coming their way. Let's see if we can kind of give you guys a little details about the new person coming your way. Let's use the cosmic insight first. When it comes to the new love coming towards Cancer's way, what is it that they need to know, Spirit? Patience. It says just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. All right. So Spirit wants you to continue to be patient, Cancer, because they are coming, and it's going to be good, because it says good things come to those who wait. And then it says move on. It says someone is unavailable, a waste of time, and it's over. Okay. So once again, for those Cancers that are focusing on, well, should I backtrack? Should I go back to such and such? Nope. Move forward. You got a new beginning coming, but you got to move forward in order for that new beginning. I mean, look, you got the Fool card, and you got the Ace of Cups right next to each other. So it's definitely there. All right. It's definitely available. And I think that's what the hidden thing is, Cancer. You keep going back to that old thing because it's familiar. But let it go, and you'll have so much better. Spirit, what would you like Cancer to know when it comes to the new person? Can we get some clues for the new person, for Cancer? This person watches you already. Whoever this person is, they got their eye on you already, Cancer. Male or female, they watching you already. They could be a water sign just like you, Cancer, because I said, can we have some clues? So they could be a water sign just like you, or you can meet this person while you are around some type of water or something like that, because right next to it we got vacation. Okay, so either you're gonna meet this person while you on vacation, or you're gonna be somewhere that has water around it, or they gonna have the same sign, not the same sign, but be a water sign as well. They could be the same sign, Cancer, but they could also be a water sign as well. All right, so let's put this card here. So we got water sign, then we got vacation. Okay, followed by make a decision and work on your inner healing. We already talked about that part already. For some of you Cancers who still need to heal. All right. What else? Ooh, Listen, I said give me some clues, right? Right? Listen, Treasure Island. Look at that. Treasure Island. Number 9 could be significant, Cancer, when it comes to this new person. Treasure Island. I said they could be, you could meet this person on vacation, or they could be around some water or something to that extent. And then look at here. We got Treasure Island. Ain't that something? Wow. Followed by clean it up. Clean it up. Yeah. That for that female, you know what I'm saying? Clean it up. Can I get some more clues for single Cancers ready for love? Can you give us some clues about the new person that's coming towards them? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I didn't know I had a total of 3. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. We got Yang right here. Okay. We got Yang right here. So male or female, y'all definitely gonna be, even though it's Yang and not Yin, but they're gonna be different. They're gonna be different, more than likely different from your usual type. Something like that. It's gonna be something different about them. Okay, male or female, it's gonna be something different about them. I don't know. Their birthday could be in January. Um, Even though I said a water sign, but it's something that's significant about them. I mean, it's something significant about everybody, but it's something significant about this person that you're gonna meet. I don't know. Maybe number 1 is their favorite favorite number. I don't know, but it's something that's gonna be specific about them, and you're gonna know right away. We got here and now. Okay, so number 32 could be significant with here and now being right here. So this could happen sooner than later. All right, let's see this here. I'm hearing only child. I'm hearing only child. This female or this guy that you're gonna meet, I'm hearing only child. So they could be either the only child, or they could be like the firstborn, something like that. Okay. Fork in the road, number 13. All right. And then we have the fates. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. All right. All right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. So we got here and now. And it on this card, it says past and it says future, right? And then it says fork in the road. This is how you gonna know if this is your person. Listen, Cancer, this is how you gonna know, right? Because it's you're gonna have to make a choice. Past, here and now. We got past right here, and it talks about future. You gonna know who I'm referring to with this fork in the road card being here. Now, either you can choose to go right, or you can choose to go left. Now, here's the thing with this fork in the road, right? this card right here, Fork in the Road, number 13, it has some arrows on it, right? You see the arrows? We got arrows here. Now, two arrows is going left. You know what I'm saying? And another arrow is going right. Remember, I talked about somebody always going back to their past, so they never know what the future will hold. Okay? So with the double arrows, you know what I'm saying, going to the left, Cancer, you're going to have to make a decision if you're going to go back that way, backtrack that way, or go that right way with that one arrow. Okay? And then we have the fates right here. Okay? We have the fates right here. So this is like the star card. So this whole scenario has everything to do with the way that you go about it, like the way that you think about it. Is you gonna feel like, I ain't got time to get to know such and such because I know that. Man, but if you do, Cancer, male or female, you will be, look, I was finna say you will be happy. I swear I was finna say you will be happy. Listen, happy, happy. I swear I can feel it. I can feel it. That's the thing. See, spirit play way too much. They play way too much because they want to see what it is that you gonna do. Like they playing right now. Because I'm talking to somebody who, like, you know what? Who talks about how they wish such and such would be this way, how they wish she or he would do this. So spirit like, okay, all right, we can help you get to that point, but you got to do something for us. Everything that you want is waiting over here, Cancer. But you got to do something for me. Now, what is it that Spirit's saying they want you to do? They want you to have faith, have trust, and go do something different that you're not used to doing. So that's what they like, okay, let's see. We're going to pull his or her card and see what they going to do this time. They said they want da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. We're going to put it right there. Let's see if they're going to take the bait. Or is they going to go back over to such and such, right? This is so crazy. This is so crazy. I like it, though. This is so crazy. Yep, like I said, you will be, if you make this fork in the road, either you're going to deal with the here and the now. You know what I'm saying? This card right here, this one talks about past. This one right here talks about the future. What are you going to do? Spirit want to know what you want to do. So this all falls on you, Cancer. But if you do, I'm telling you, you're going to be happy. You're going to be really happy if you have faith and trust the process. Whoo, yep, oh yeah. Then look, happy, serendipity, and then we got go to the sea. Okay, so definitely water. Even though you're a water sign, Cancer, but water could be significant. Last name could be waters or rivers or something like that. I don't even know, but I like this for you, Cancer. Let's see what the longevity would be to this relationship. All right. All right, Spirit. If Cancer was to take this chance on this new love, all right, what would be the longevity of it for Cancer? All right. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we got healing issues. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. All right. So I'm definitely talking to somebody who needs to heal. You know, that's the main thing. You need to heal from a past relationship, or it talks about healing your, like, forgiving your mother or your father or something like that. Like, that could have a lot to do with the Cancer that I was talking about, who always backtracks, who always go back to what's familiar, you know. And you could have saw that as a child, your mother and your father are breaking up, and then they get back together, but then they still go back to shit, but they back together for the kids, or just because it's familiar, it's comfortable. So once you get over that process, you know, what mama and daddy did, and know that that don't have to be your story anymore, or something like that. It doesn't have to affect you in any type of way when it comes to your new love life. All right. Cancer. Then we got separation. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just more confirmation with the separation. You know, mom and dad get back together, then they separate, and, you know, it's just a never-ending story. If Cancer was to take a chance, have faith on this new relationship, Spirit, what would be the longevity of this relationship for Cancer? One more shuffle. What would be the longevity of this relationship? Damn. Wow. Engagement. Bottom of the deck, heart-to-heart conversation. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And I said, what would be the longevity? It talks about engagement. It says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So the longevity would be that eventually you guys will be together for a good while. Then you guys will decide to get engaged, maybe be engaged for about 2 years, whatever the case may be. And then you guys will get married, you know, something like that. So like I said, you guys are gonna be happy. Like, that's why I like doing love readings, but then I don't like doing love readings because it'd be like oh, this love in the air, but then motherfuckers don't even jump on it, and I'd be like, well, god damn, I'd be all happy inside, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. It says forgiving and learning. It says as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. See, that's all I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. Okay. It's all I'm talking about. Cancer, we all look at this. Look at this. We all have been hurt. You got honeymoon. You got engagement. You got honeymoon. We all done been hurt, but you know what I'm saying? That heart keep ticking, and eventually, you know what I'm saying, it will be okay. It will be okay. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. I want to get ready and close this out, you guys. It's reading. Let's see. Within the next 30 days, overall, Spirit, what is it that Cancer needs to know overall within the next 30 days? Moving on. All right. Moving on. And like I said, maybe you have physically moved away from the person, but what about emotionally and mentally? Okay. So within the next 30 days, excuse me, some of you Cancers will be moving on to a great beginning. Okay. Yep. There will be no need to continue to suffer in silence, right? We got number 9 again. All right. Within the next 30 days, overall, Spirit, what does Cancer need to know? Disruption is at the bottom of the deck. Disruption. Can I get at least 2 more? One more, please. For Cancer. Ooh. Okay. 7s is important. 7s are important for Cancer. 7s in any form. Sevens is important. All right. So you guys have patience and planning. Number 7. Then you guys have accelerated motion. Accelerated motion did come out in the reverse, Cancer, but I'm changing it to the correct position because I have faith in you, okay? Because you're going to have this patience, right? And you're going to have this planning, right? Because you will move forward. I refuse for you not to, okay? Then listen, right next to it, patience, okay? I'm talking to a Cancer. It's like once you get to that level, you might want it to go like this or something like that. Be easy. Keep a cool booty about yourself, right? Be easy, all right? It is coming. Keep doing what you've been doing. Those of you who haven't quite healed yet, work on that, all right? At the bottom of the deck, we have movement, choices, and decisions. That's why accelerated motion, I kept it right there. I kept, even though it came out in the reverse, I turned it around because there will be accelerated motion for you guys, Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Because you got number 2 right here, and it talks about movement, decisions, and choices. Okay? This is all up to you and how you decide to move. So that's why they stressing have patience and plan. And when you do this, you will be happy, happy, like I had said. You will be happy, happy. Okay? I don't know why I'm getting what's that damn Apu? Apu? Apu from The Simpsons. The Apu guy, the Indian guy, I think he was Indian. I don't know what the hell. Maybe you may meet this person while you going to get gas or something at the quickie mart. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, let's get ready. It goes what you guys is reading. It could be somewhere that you guys frequent a lot. I know I said something about on a vacation, but it could be somewhere for others you who's not going on vacation. It could be somewhere that you frequent a lot, like maybe where you go get gas or your morning coffee or slushy shit. I don't know. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we got coexisting. It says you have balance, independence, and connection in your relationship with mutual respect and support, fostering growth together. Well, shit. I like that, coexisting. Mutual respect for each other. I love that, Cancer. Because, listen, it says conflict. Conflict is inevitable. But through honesty, communication, you can find a way to resolve issues and strengthen your relationship. Yeah, yeah. This, whoever this is, who this new relationship, it's not gonna be like, see, that's the thing, it's not gonna be like your past relationship. This new situation, it's like we all get into arguments in our relationships, right? But here's the kicker. In the past, when you was in this argument, Cancer, was there a resolution to the problem at hand? That's how you're gonna also know, because you're not supposed to argue without a point, you know what I'm saying, like a positive outcome. You know, you can't just argue just because it's Tuesday, you feel me? No, there's has to be an outcome, and then a positive outcome. And in the past, it wasn't a positive outcome. It was more silent treatment. It was more going to sleep angry or sleeping on the couch, or something like that. I'm not feeding you nothing today. Find your, things of that nature. This time when you guys argue, it'll be different. You guys will get somewhere with the argument. You feel me? That's gonna be another thing that's gonna be different. Like, you're gonna be like, damn, what? So you mean if we just talked about our emotions and communicated clearly what the issue was and go from there and talk about it, everything would be all right? Yes. Yes. It took me a minute too, yes. Because as much as we would love for our partners to understand us, they fucking don't. It's impossible for a male to understand a female, and it is impossible for a female to understand a male. But in order for you to get that understanding, you guys have to talk and communicate. Talk to each other and communicate. Well, damn, babe, I ain't know that's what it was. I thought it was this. And half the time, you guys don't even be on the same page. Why he think you mad, or why you mad at him, or whatever the case may be. So you have to talk about it, communicate. You know what I'm saying? Sit down. Let's have a conversation, babe. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You love me. We're not going nowhere. Let's talk this out. And trust me, it helps. This shit actually works, all right? All right, enough about all that. To close out this reading, Spirit, overall for Cancer, what would you like for them to know when it comes to love overall? To close out this love reading for single Cancers. At the bottom of the deck, we have desire. It says desire is fueling your connections both emotionally and physically. It represents a deep craving for closeness and mutual goals. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Mm, 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 mm. Teamwork. It says collaboration and teamwork are the key to achieving your goals. You work well with each other, respecting and supporting each other. So teamwork. That's what I just basically had said, Cancer. When you guys talk it out, you know, and come up with a positive resolution that's going to be good for not just you, but for him, not just her, but for him, whatever the case may be, you know, so to be good for the relationship. No one wants to be in a situation where she's getting everything she wants, but he over here ain't getting nothing, or vice versa. It has to be teamwork. A relationship is fucking work. It's fucking work. It is shit. And then we have intimate relationships that flew out. It says your intimate relationships are deepening. It says creating strong emotional connections that provide security and fulfillment. Somebody finna be hella happy, dude, and they new relationship, man. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Like, for real, I'm really happy for you. Yep. Separation. Separate from that situation. Even if you're not physically there, separate from it mentally and emotionally. Okay? And you're gonna be on your way. You're going to be on your way. All right, Cancer. Single Cancers, this has been your love reading. I am Queen Vanshay Tarot. You guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and thank you.